guys, good evening. A lot of people look at me and assume I'm into drugs. They'd be correct. They'd be correct though, because I'm actually a doctor. That's my day. You don't believe me, sir, do you? So has anyone got any rashes they need looking at? How about that when you tried to show me in the toilets? Yeah, exactly. That's why he laughs like that, actually. It's a very serious condition. We're all laughing at this man. It's not nice of us, guys. It's a medical condition. Unsurprisingly, a lot of patients don't take me very seriously. It can be quite rude. One woman said to me recently, "Oh, Dr. Hutchinson. Dr. Hutchinson, that's a very British name you've got there." I was like, "Okay, my dad is Jamaican, but are you asking me to explain slavery to you?" Because I can, but we might need a double appointment for that next time. I'm a big fan of names though, where you can tell what someone's ancestors did, like Smith. Like, everyone knows, that was what your ancestors did, Smith. Guys, bear in mind though, Drinkwater is a surname. How dull were your ancestors? But that is the best people could come up with. It's like, guys, Dave needs a name. Fuck. He's very dull. What can we say about Dave? He's always hydrated. On a hot day, Dave is your man. Good. Serena Williams, a woman with another surprisingly apparently British surname, won the Australian Open last year while pregnant. Exactly. That's impressive, isn't it? That's impressive. Incredibly selfish, though. She's just massively devalued those baby on board badges. It's like, sorry, what do you mean you're less able to stand? Serena just overhead smashed 400 years of oppression across a tennis court. And I'm drunk, so this is a draw at best. Try harder, please. Last year as well, last year Beyonce gave birth to twins. Exactly. The Queen Bee finally spawned a couple of drones, thanks to Jay-Z's nectar. That joke always gets a groan rather than a laugh, and I'll explain why. The reason that gets a groan is nobody wants to think of Jay-Z having sex. Not even Beyonce. That's what the song Drunk in Love is actually about. It's about how much alcohol it takes to find Jay-Z physically attractive enough to sleep with. Good. I'm not going to have kids anytime soon, because just listen to my voice. They would be awful middle-class creations. They'd be terrible. Middle-class children are appalling. You disagree. Okay, I'll give you an example. I was on the train. I overheard a child trying to impress some of the other parents on the school run. They piped up with, "I don't really watch much television. I'm more of a Radio 4 person." No, you're more of an unbearable person. And you deserve all of the bullying that is coming your way when you reach secondary school, my friend. But I was one of these awful Radio 4 kids, unsurprisingly. That is my dad's fault. My father is officially the poshest man the Caribbean has ever produced. It's true, he makes Trevor McDonald sound like Danny Dyer. He actually defeated him in an elocution battle in the early 90s as well. Made him sound very common. But trust me, guys, you guys have not lived until you've tried my dad's jerk pheasant. It's absolutely incredible. Kids at school, because I grew up in South East London, used to ring my house just to hear my dad speak. They thought Geoffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lived there. But there are a lot more positive black acts on TV these days. Like you guys watch Luther? Yeah, exactly. For those that don't watch it, Idris Elba plays a detective solving grisly murders in London's fashionable East End, where we are currently now. Here on the front line of urban gentrification, guys. But the most shocking thing I find about this programme about grisly murders is how jealous I am of the houses where the murders take place. It's like, oh, did you see that beautiful freestanding Victorian bath where they found the second body? Such high ceilings as well! Fine, it is a crack house, but at least they're on the property ladder, guys. It's like, there are no serial killers more terrifying than this country's housing market, let me assure you. No, it's like, I'm actually buying a house at the moment, which is quite exciting. Ooh, get me! Get me! All it took was 6 years of medical school, then 6 years working, moving back in with my parents, and still begging my parents for money. So who says millennials are screwed, guys? Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. My parents bought me my bootstraps. One woman in the back going, yeah, you definitely have never done a hard day's work in your life. But like, I did the estate agent's job for them. Like, I'm very easy to upsell, guys. Very easy. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, anything I buy, I'm just worried one of my friends is going to come along with a deluxe version and make me look like a prick. But you could be selling me everlasting youth. I'd be worried someone's going to go, what? You just got everlasting youth basic? You mean you didn't go for the extra muscles and dick girth? You've been had, my friend. It's like, so I've got a very British name, but I've also got a very British sense of entitlement as well. Like, it's true, like, guys, I'll let you know the secret, like, I'm very entitled. If you guys want to know the one thing better than white privilege, it's having white privilege when you're black. That is the platinum race card, guys. Like, seriously, guys, if you want to have your cake and eat it too, be born with 2 cakes. It's absolutely delicious. Especially as a dessert served up on a silver spoon after you've had some lovely jerk pheasant. Can't get into this stuff. But like, buying a house is quite a big step. It makes you feel like you're getting a bit older, a bit more mature. But a lot of things do change as you get older. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, sex changes as you get older as well. Particularly, like, my fantasies have now changed. I'll give you an example. The gender ratio in my fantasy threesome has now reversed. Now, like most other physical tasks, I quite like a burly working class gentleman there, doing most of the heavy lifting. Not got the energy for it there. Like my role in that threesome is basically like, you know, like you see P. Diddy making a track. Like, you know, he's not very hands-on, he's just at the back going, yeah, it's hot. I like that. It's about as much as I can muster now. You guys excited about the royal wedding? Yeah, I think it's exciting too. Like the paper's got exceptionally excited about the fact that Meghan Markle is what you might describe as acceptably exotic. Yeah, I don't want to hear that knocked though, because Acceptably Exotic is a brand that's done me a lot of favours over the years. It's true. But it does make me think Meghan Markle has not done adequate research on the rest of Prince Harry's family. Namely, notable liberal Prince Philip. Like, I would love to have been a fly on the wall the first time they met each other. So, darling, what happened? Cupid's spear just pierced your heart, did it? Like, Grandad, Cupid fires an arrow. Not where she comes from, dear boy. And for those of you wondering if I am black enough to tell that joke, the short answer is, just. I checked with the brothers at the last meeting, they were cool with it, so you can be too. You guys do not seem convinced that I am black enough to tell that joke. It's fine, that's fine, none of the representatives are in this evening. I'll leave you this. Have you got any fans of conspiracy theories in? Yeah? Like, who said yes? One polite man doesn't understand the dynamics of a comedy gig putting his hand up. Okay, fine. So who do you think was behind 9/11? Aliens! That's an excellent guess, sir. That's not what we usually have. It's a good guess, but you're incorrect. I'll tell you who's got the most to gain from a terrorist atrocity. Candle manufacturers. Oh, think about it, because if there's an attack this afternoon, that night, candlelit vigil. The next day, shrine. Suddenly, Johnny Candlemaker's had quite the payday. And nobody's asking the right questions except this guy. Seriously, have any of you guys been to a Joe Malone before? Like, their candles, pound for pound, it would be cheaper to burn actual money, guys. Anyway, guys, this has been lovely. I've been Matt Hutchinson, keeping you safe from Big Candle. Thanks very much.